You see, brothers and sisters, marriage is a metaphor for something else that's real. You see, brothers and sisters, it's like trying to put a puzzle together when you don't know how the puzzle's supposed to look. In the beginning, it's like trying to put one together and you don't even know what it's supposed to look like in the end. See, here we are after the fall of Adam and Eve, we're trying to put it all together in moral darkness. We're trying to put life and marriage and family together the way we see it. Ladies and gentlemen, it reminds me of the story of this mother who was trying to get her son out the house. And he in his 30s, so I'm going to help some of y'all now. So the mother says, son, you're a nice guy. Why don't you get married? And she is serious because she wants him gone. Don't none of y'all raise your hand if you got that situation. He responds to her, Mom, I'm waiting for the perfect woman. He thought he had his mother. You ain't going to trick your mama. His mama said, how would you recognize her with your imperfect eyes? How can imperfection recognize perfection? And I'll say this because I'm going on in September 47 years, and I ain't going nowhere. I love my wife. She loves me. She knows my strengths and weaknesses. I know her strengths and weaknesses. For those you trying to catch, you got to find somebody that not only has your strengths, but can deal with your weakness, that can deal with the idiosyncrasy, crazy part of you. You got to find that person who can deal with that. And when you can deal with that, you can say, I do. Because every last one of us got issues. Every last one of us got problems. The one you marry is the one whose issues you can deal with. Since so many people don't understand the spiritual significance of marriage, family, they put it together the way culture defines it. What I have here are the pieces to a 500-piece puzzle. I guarantee you, after service, no one is going to come up to me and say, I'm going to try to put it together without seeing the picture. Note how fast I got rid of it. You need to see what it's supposed to look like before you try to put it together. So when you don't have what it's supposed to look like when you try to put it together, you try to put it together the best way that you can. That's why stuff be all jacked up. See, I'm not ashamed to admit my weaknesses. My wife will tell you in a minute. I'm horrible at fixing stuff. I wanted to be a good father and put together the toys for my kids like my dad used to do. He had his issues, but he was good with his hands, not me. And I remember I got to Car when she was a baby. I got her this little bike, and she couldn't have been more than 3 or 4. I was determined, Minister John. I said, I'm going to put this bike together. And when I put that bike together, that bike never did work. I had to go, and there was some pieces left. I said, what you supposed to do with that? And then the wheel would turn back. Instead of it being like this, the wheel would turn all the way around. I had a picture, but I couldn't even follow the instructions. You see, my brothers and sisters, the problem we have today that is so clear is because we've lost sight of what God wants and maybe not even want what God wants. That's clear in His Word. We let culture define it. Now, I can understand the people in the world who don't know God letting culture define because they don't know no better. But when you and I, who have been born again, filled with the Spirit, allow culture to define marriage and family, something is wrong with that picture.